All right, guys, so I thought it'd be cool to take you through a little tutorial to make sure you know the exact places that you're going to be measuring for your body measurement assessments. And I've got the file that I uploaded here for you guys in that 4-week end of summer challenge program, so I'm just going off exactly what we gave you, okay? So the first one, as you can see, is chest, all right? And I'm going to have Dustin measure his chest. The main thing for you to remember is to make sure that you're going right over top of the nipple line, okay? So he's got it right over the front. He's going to take a big deep breath in, exhale out. And in that relaxed phase, that's where he's going to record that mark, okay? So it's 42.5, all right? So that's how you take your chest measurement. The next one, we're going to move down to the waist, and as you can see, we've got a tape measure here that you can kind of click the end of the tape measure into the beginning of the tape measure where the roll is, so that helps you measure a little bit better if you're on your own. You could take the tab, kind of insert it in there, and then when you get the band around whatever you're measuring, you can just kind of press the button, and it'll roll up to whatever you're measuring, chest, arms, legs, etc. Okay, so that just makes it a little bit easier. All right, so moving down to the waist, he's going to go right over top of his belly button. And make sure when you go over top the belly button, it's not higher in the back than it is in the front. All right, perfect. He's going to take his measurement right off the side. Again, big deep breath in, exhale and let it out. At that relaxed state is where you want that measurement to come in. Okay, so next one we have is the hips. He's going to go right over top, directly on top of his hip bones, okay? Make sure you're not going over your butt or right over your belly button. Again, hit your hip bones. Make sure from the back to the front, if he turns sideways, you can see that it's not slanting up, okay? It's straight line back around his hips, hitting right on the front of those hip bones, okay? Hip measurement, pretty self-explanatory. The next one is your glutes. He's going to move down to the glutes next. This one you may need some assistance with, but if he turns sideways, you want to make sure it's over the biggest part of your glutes, okay? There we go, hitting right in the front. Again, make sure it's not slanted. You could use a mirror for this as well to make sure from front to back it doesn't slant up in the air, all right? So far, so good?
Yep.
Okay, moving down to the quads. Now, I do want you to measure each side of your leg, so left leg and right leg. And where you're going to hit the quads is if you find your hip bone and you find your kneecap, I want it to be directly in the middle of those 2 points. Okay, so you're not too big up onto the top. I would say for him and for guys, you could pull your shorts up out of the way. You feel all right with that? All right, so there's a really little amount of extra inches on there. Okay, so right in between the hip and the knee, and he's got it just about perfect. Again, measuring with a relaxed state. Make sure your leg, you can kind of shape your quad. Okay, same thing on the calf. He's going to move down, and this one I do want you, some guys have a little bit higher calves than others. I do want you to measure around the thickest part of your calf. It is normally right between the knee and the ankle, but not always. Okay, so I want you to find thickest part of your calf, measure it there, make sure your weight is transferred over off of that leg so it's in a relaxed state. Okay, and then you're going to do the same exact thing for the other side of the leg, the quads and the calves. Sometimes we have a little bit of imbalance as far as muscle development goes, so measure both sides, okay? And then last 2 things I'll have you do is your bicep measurement. If the tape measure goes big enough for you, Dust, you can do that. All right, so he's gonna stick it, same thing, right between the shoulder and the elbow, and when he flexes, I want that biggest point in the arm. He's gonna swing it out to the side. The highest point in that bicep, which is normally right in the middle, he's gonna flex right there, take his measurement there. Same thing for the other arm, left arm and right arm. Last but not least, I know a lot of us sometimes store fat in our neck, okay, or right below your chin. I want you to hit right below the chin on your neck measurement, okay? Not down where your Adam's apple is, but just right below the chin, about 1 inch below your chin. Again, you may need help or you may need to look in the mirror for this one, but make sure when you get it there, you're nice and relaxed, not rolled back here, your head's not in the air, it's not tucked down looking for it, just straight ahead, find that neck measurement, okay? And if you have any other questions, just leave them in the comments below, but make sure you have a consistent measurement on each side. Make sure you're relaxed, except for those biceps. Give you a nice, good flex. All right? All right, thanks, guys.